And welcome back, everybody, to the Hoodlum Garage. It makes a nice ring. It's a nice ring. We're gonna get straight into it today. Pretty much what we're doing is much needed maintenance on the GTO. Nothing major, but I've been needing to do this since we found out about the shop. So today what we're gonna get into is I got several things to get done on this car. I have to remake the battery tie down. I had made this very cheaply and not great. I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. Next thing up is the intercooler bracket had broke on this, and I don't know, you probably can't tell, but I'm gonna pull the bumper off and we're gonna remount the intercooler, make sure that thing doesn't come loose again. Yeah, should be pretty good. Then most likely tomorrow we're gonna get on the TIC master cylinder. Oh, quick update on the Z. I called Nissan. I called several different of the Nissan, you know, parts department, because they were supposed to be the only ones who carried the tail shaft seal for the transmission. None of them have it, so what I ended up having to do is order a new one up from Z1 Motorsports. So Z1 is sending it to me. It should be here in 2 days. So for the time being, the Z is down. Car stuff is gonna get done. Soon as the Z seal gets in, we're gonna be driving that a bunch. And then we're gonna be driving the GTO a bunch as well. Just gonna get this little maintenance done, and we should be good to go. So first thing I'm gonna address is, one, we're gonna jack up the car and we're gonna pull this bumper off. So let's get going. All right, so if you've never taken a GTO bumper off, it's really, really simple. This whole car is super, super simple compared to the older 90s style stuff. But literally, you got these screws up top here, 2 screws in the fender, like in the fender wells, and then it just pops right off. Alright, now you guys can see it. Something happened. I'm not really sure what happened here, but it doesn't leak, but this is not good. Look at that. My aluminum. I thought this was gonna be cool, but this is not, it doesn't work. I should have just did it super simple here, but we'll fix it right now. I still got plenty of material to fix this, so no big deal. Alright, so I put the jack under here just so you guys could see how bad this was. Yeah, so these guys were, it's splitting. It was literally on its last leg. Yeah, we don't want to lose an intercooler. I mean, these things aren't cheap, so even if you get a cheap one, don't get a cheap one. Yeah, so we'll fix this. These are all still really tight. These setup is tight. The reason why I did this instead of just one piece here, one piece here, was I just wanted it to sit nice and level. But clearly I used either too thin aluminum, or I just kind of over-engineered it, which I'm leaning towards the second option. But no worries, we're gonna get it fixed up right now. Yeah, I'm still a little bummed on this. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it is what it is. Still flows really good. I don't have high IATs or anything crazy, but yeah. All right, we got it figured out. Out of some scrap, but you know, it's pretty solid. Should move now. Pretty bummed on that last setup, but it is what it is. We got it fixed. So now I just need to tie some of this stuff back, and then we'll be good to go. All right, we got LED light. So this piece down in here, that guy right there, see how the radiator is tilted back? We're gonna cut that out. We're gonna tube it, either tube it or do some sort of square tubing, and make a mount for it. So I had a friend pretty much made a plate, because currently I do not have a crash bar on here, which I do want to put it back on. I didn't do that on purpose, so I'm not trying to save that much weight. So what I want to do is plate both sides, run a bar around this to here, but also do the same thing, plate on inside, run a bar down for the support of the radiator, and then have it flush with the intercooler on the bottom, so then I still have maximum clearance. Put this bumper back on, and then move on to the battery in the back. So obviously with the splitter it makes this a little bit harder, but it's gonna work. It just, the the plastic doesn't really stretch as easy. Might be bumping somewhere. I'm actually bumping on the grills. All right, guys, just note, whenever you guys say you decide to do a turbo setup and you're using a larger or a fairly large intercooler, this will be the issue. So where your beehive grills are, there's plastic that goes in pretty far, and if you want to fit it really nice in here, the grills are actually going to run into the intercooler itself, so you need to be mindful of that. Other than that, everything's pretty simple. I just can't wait to do the intercooler project, actually the radiator project next. Like I said, waiting for the rear seal for the rear transmission seal for this guy, and then we'll get on it. But for right now, we got the bumper back on. Now we're going to work on doing the battery. Should be good for today. Then hopefully tomorrow we'll be tackling the tick master cylinder. I made a little battery tie down, little hood rich one. It's all good. But just simple, out of some metal that I got from Home Depot. It's like 20 bucks total in metal. So this is how it's gonna work. Battery will go here. I have my little block will go there, like that. We're gonna weld those. We're gonna weld it like this, and then you'll have a plate across the top of the battery to hold it down. Then I just gotta grind these flush. But yeah, that's what's going on. All right, this is what I got so far. There's my welds. They're getting a lot better. I'm pretty proud of myself. Getting a lot better. Just clean off this flag a little bit. Oh yeah, it's getting a lot better. All right, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm not really sure how I should set this up. I probably should have made a tool to hold this perfectly straight, but here, I'm gonna hold it. I'm just gonna tack it, and then I'm gonna test it with the battery in there, and then I'll bend it if I need to. And then once it's in the position I want, then I'll weld it fully. Okay, so this is what I got. I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding it up, and then we'll install in the car. All I gotta do is drill a plate for both sides, and then I got these bolts to tie it down. All right, guys, so we just got it installed just like that. I know usually you need some sort of battery cover for a lot of the vents, so I'll have to figure that out, but for right now, this is gonna work awesome. For those of you who will probably say, hey, you could have just bought that. Yes, it's very true. I could have just bought a battery tie down kit, but I like making stuff, so I wanted to go through the effort of making it, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun, it gives me a reason to practice some welding, that kind of stuff. We're gonna go and take this out today, enjoy it, because it's supposed to be like 55 today. I wanna cruise the GTO a little bit. And then tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and handle the clutch master cylinder, and then also change the diff fluid. And so this should be awesome. So far, so good with the shop. Man, you know, being able to crank stuff out straight away is awesome. Yeah, you guys have no idea. And then I'll let you guys know on the Z. Once we get the piece in, we'll go ahead and crank the Z out, and we should be good to go.
It's the time for games and it's the time to kill. Make up your